Selectmen updates, excuse me, new business? Any? Selectmen updates?
Do you have anything beyond? I don't have anything.
I don't have anything.
Oh boy, goodness.
Old business? Irene's Way, no change?
Attorney Sager is gonna finish up those 4
Good.
items that were on the list, so that is
Great.
one of them.
Public comment again?
Actually gonna go handle an alarm, I'll be right back.
Okay.
Just behind us here.
Alright. If you hear any shots, we'll send somebody.
All right, sounds good.
Public comment?
Going once, going twice.
Mr. McConkey said he'll be here between 6:15 and 6:30. He is
Okay.
coming.
Alright. So we're waiting for Mark McConkey for discussion about Tamworth Road. Then we'll be going to non-public, and then we'll be adjourning. So we'll give Mark a little bit here. Have you heard from him today?
No, I spoke with him yesterday.
You want to pause it and save room on you?
Yeah, right.
This is, this might be the most efficient meeting we've had in 7 years or something.
I think it directly correlates to Thanksgiving break.
Yeah, there it is.
People doing their
Nobody did
thing and
Did you ever see that meeting on Facebook? It's someplace here in New Hampshire, and it's like a conservation, a committee meeting of some sort. Nobody ever comes, ever. It's 2 men, and they do the whole thing like they have a whole crowd. Everybody rise for the flag, and they go, are there any public comments? And there's never one single person at the meeting, ever, but they do the whole very official, by the book meeting.
I think they
It's
show
so
that on
funny.
Channel 9. I thought it
Yeah.
was somewhere down near Will or someplace like that.
And it's so funny, they're so, just like they had a crowd of hundreds.
Was it many years ago? We'd go to meetings and meetings here and have nobody. Other than maybe a department head or two.
And now Bruno's got a reserved seat.
Yeah,
I can
Comfy
remember the
chair.
old townhouse, it'd just be your dad and myself.
That's it.
well, we're abandoning ship to go.
Well, enjoy your dinner.
Have a good night.
You too, bye. See you,
See
Bruno.
ya, have a good night.
Take a motion to
Night.
take
Okay,
a
Dave.
recess until at least 6:30. Till Mark McConkey appears, and if he doesn't appear, motion to come out of recess.
Second.
All in favor?
Gentlemen,
Aye.
Mark, how are you tonight?
I'm fantastic, John.
You're next up.
Sounds good. I was requested to be here, and I'd like to hear what you gentlemen heard briefly about the,
Tamworth Road,
okay,
possible shoulder work at some point from the four corners to tie on to the new piece that starts at Depot Road, White Lake Road. And the speed limit. About maybe seeing if we could get it lowered.
for 113 or
Yeah.
coming
Yep.
into the village? Or
Well, all the way,
what-
right.
Is it, what's it posted at now?
35.
35. What would you like to see it go to?
45.
Yeah.
But I guess some people would like to see it down below, 30. Is that right? Is that what we're
I think
asking?
that's,
Almost anything. Here's the problem, I got this from somebody who lives down the south end.
Somebody lives down the
The
south
south
end.
end originated the thing, and then got a phone call from the principal of the elementary school down there. So your GPS now, if you set it on fastest route from Molten Borough to Conway,
okay.
or the shortest route, it brings you up 113. Comes up Tamworth Road and then 113 out, not up over to.
Which
So-
we know isn't the quickest route.
Yeah.
I've never.
Not if you're
been
being
the
speed
quickest
limit, it's
route.
not the
Yeah,
quickest
yeah.
route.
So there's a variety of things happening. We got, on both ends, we got more and more people, and I know it's against the law, but there's a limit to how much you can spot somebody. The phone's there. making the left on a Butler's Bridge, coming off 25, on the phone, and as John says, an awful lot of people cut that corner and take away a little bit of the oncoming lane. And there's increased traffic, but that's there's bound to be increased traffic. And it's worse, I think, maybe at its worst at foliage season, when there's, school starting and stuff. And they're considering having an adult, I don't know if it's legal, having an adult out there with a vest on at arrival time and dismissal time, not so much for the buses. I don't know if they can do that in a state road without the state's permission, but that's something that the idea he's toying with. So, I'm old, Mark, and before I came back, a long time ago when I lived in New Hampshire, and maybe still out in the western part of the state, you get those signs that say thickly settled. And that used to mean get off the accelerator because, you're in a resident. And the south end is a residential area. And the north, this corner up here is a residential area. And in between there, we got that 3/4 of a mile where, it's inviting to put the hammer down. So I'm just hoping anything that'll slow people down or make them remember that there's a school zone there, and I don't know if the school zone should be extended. I know nothing about traffic management and safety and stuff like that, but I'm hoping we can come up with some safety.
Okay.
You can't change the GPS. You can't make it shorter when you can't make it longer when it's shorter. And putting up a stop sign, to make that doesn't close it down either. But
One thing I'd wondered about is eliminating the passing zones. If people don't have a way to get around other people legally, maybe they'd stop using it like a bypass.
I don't know if there's a broken line on
Is
Tamworth
there a
Road.
broken line on there?
Oh, yeah.
There is.
I don't.
Oh, yeah.
There
Is
is.
it down, but it's in between the school and this?
In the post
Yep.
office,
Really?
yeah.
Yep.
Oh, okay, we can certainly,
One thing at the school, there is an area there that's already 25 miles an hour with the caution lights on both ends.
Yeah.
That's been there for years and years.
and they're saying that's not effective, they're still worried at the school.
I'm assuming it is, and I don't know if it's the right size or if it
I
should
don't
be
know, I don't
larger.
remember it being there.
No, it's been there for years. And, I don't think it's any more people just passing through as a shortcut than it is local people. We were always told by Chief Poria that when he was down there running radar at the school, a lot of the times it was people from within our town going to the school. He told us
overall
that
the numbers have
numerous
increased a lot.
times. I don't know that it's all, I'm not saying some of it's not people passing through, but a lot of it's our local travel, but we surely don't want to see anybody get hurt.
Well, safety makes them stand up. I have in Ossipee, I think it's December 9th or 10th. I'm going on the 9th, December 8th. DOT's coming to Ossipee for a hearing. So what I'll do is I'll try and get them to drive over here ahead of that in the afternoon, get them to drive through, take a look at it, take a look at this intersection. I'll try and, if I've got Bill Cass or someone, we'll go to Cleveland Hill and kind of do a drive around. I'll make a call tomorrow, and if I can set that up, if one of you guys wants to be present, or someone, we can. I'll try and arrange that. And I think that's a Tuesday night. Just put it on the calendar.
The 8th would be a Thursday, a week from tonight.
Yeah.
I almost think it's the 8th, John. Give me 1 second there. Yeah, 6 o'clock on the 8th. So what I'll try and arrange is something around 3:30, 4, if they're coming up ahead of time, so we get it before it goes to dark.
And maybe if that was gonna happen, meet at the school, start there.
Yeah, come back.
What's the hearing in Ospey?
It's the Route 16 improvements.
The bridges?
Yeah, it's the second hearing on that.
Yep, the 3 bridges.
Yeah, so they're coming back to talk about that, so
And that's at the Osby Town Hall?
Yeah.
Yep.
And what I've requested there is wider shoulders. They weren't gonna put any shoulders, anything to speak of. And we're trying to get a boat launch down by Newman Drew Road. People take canoes in and out of there, so. But, again, the shoulders for safety purposes, so. So I'll try and get that arranged,
Great.
and then you can circulate it, and see who wants to attend, so.
Let us know.
So the speed limit now was it 35?
35.
Yes.
Okay, so-
It's 35 all the way, Greg, is it?
Yeah, I think it turns to 30 right before you get to the four corners.
Right, it's 30 by
Yeah.
Betsy Watts, and then we've got the school speed limit during
And then, yeah.
school hours.
But it doesn't change on the new piece, it stays 35 all the
35.
way, other than 25 when the lights blink in by
Yep.
the school zone. Yep.
Okay. So I'll try and set that up. I'm a little unclear of the direction you gave me. I understand the intersection here
Yep.
at the Veterans Memorial. but
Right
else-
where I call it White Lake Road, I think now it's Depot Road.
Okay,
Take
yes.
the left down here, it's right where the old road and the new road meet. You go down here about a mile. And then they built a new piece of road and they built a new bridge over Swift. That all has a shoulder down through there. I mean, not even so much the school, it's a lot of activity that comes both ways to the Tamworth Post Office.
Walking.
Elderly people, the people
Oh,
from,
sure, yeah.
the people from Remick Acres.
Yeah,
You know, they're really limited to what they can do as far as getting to the post office or getting up to the village, you know. You see them come out as far as the edge of the road and
Yeah.
they don't dare to go beyond that.
yeah.
Yeah,
No,
wider shoulders would be a huge help, the number of
Yep.
people that walk
Yep.
through there all the time.
And the kids ride their bike to
Oh,
and
yeah.
from, and
Yep.
especially from this end, and also from there's apartments down here in the south end. And a lot of kids, there are kids who walk down, moms with strollers and one, you know, on the inside that
Yeah.
start walking down,
They think they're in a country road and they're on a state road. We had the same problem.
yeah.
We have two pits up on this end that we didn't have, you know, 30 years ago. Bruce Robinson has one, does a lot of trucking that way. Ambrose Brothers out of Brock's pit here, you know, they're real active pits and, you know, they obey the speed limit and all that, but still, it's to a
Okay.
truck coming each way and young or old person, doesn't make any
Sure.
difference. There's no room to get away there.
Yeah.
John and Jim were talking about the suspended blinking yellow on this corner, which isn't there anymore, but there is a, you know, they put some signage up to let folks know the traffic coming north on Tamworth Road doesn't stop. Is that what that says?
Right, from every direction, it says the traffic coming this way on 113 doesn't stop. It's sort of a reminder that we have a really strange intersection there.
Yeah.
It's sort of a five-way, four-way.
But that's just, I don't know, if the poles are still there once the, you know, I didn't look at it, but. this-
Well, I'll take a look and try and arrange a meeting. Because it's Victoria Chase that's coming. And there'll probably be some other senior staff there too, so we'll try and run them up here ahead of time.
Great, that would be nice if you could.
Okay.
Is Dave Sylvia, is he part of that group or no?
No, Dave's usually not there for that, but we
Yeah.
can.
No,
ask.
I just
Yeah,
curious.
yeah, Dave's always around, but
Yeah.
he typically, for the district, doesn't travel
Yep.
with the Concord group.
Yep,
But if we need to get him involved, we can, because he is
Yep.
a good guy.
he is, yep.
Okay, I'll do that,
Great.
and I'll get in touch with you
Great.
tomorrow.
Perfect.
Great.
Because tomorrow's Friday, right? We'll try and arrange it tomorrow so we have some time. Anything else exciting?
No, that's great,
Good.
great. I'm most appreciative of this.
Thank you, Mark.
Absolutely anything, really. Thank you.
Thanks, have a good night.
Any other public comment tonight? Motion going non-public, RSA 91A32, A and C, and then we'll be adjourning.
Aye.
Second.
So long, Gary.